yet, and they recently purchased this lot, and there's probably about half acre maybe of grass up front, and then maybe 3 acres in the back that's all woods. Kind of long and skinny, but it goes all the way down to a nice ravine in the back. Be a neat property, but it is thick woods. They don't want a lot of the trees, big trees taken out, mainly just the brush, and clear it out so that they can get through it. They haven't even been able to walk their property, it's so thick. We want to leave it thick on the edges, kind of a natural fence, because there's houses on neighbors on both sides. So we're en route right there now, and got the excavator behind the dump truck. I'll get back to you once I get there and show you before I start, hopefully, if I can remember. Not really my strong suit, but we'll definitely make a video of it, and I'll speed it up. It should be kind of neat watching it open up pretty quick, hopefully pretty quick. But beautiful morning, a little chilly, but sun's out, blue skies, no clouds, and hopefully I'll make you a nice little video to watch. I'll see you in a little bit. So I made it, got the excavator behind the dump truck. We're here, and this is the woods we're gonna clear out. Right now you can see we got neighbor over here, and I don't know, there's a neighbor over that way too. I've done some work for them. That's actually how they got my number for here. We're not gonna take out any of the small trees, but you can see how much brush there is. We're gonna take out all the brush and try and open it up. It goes a long ways back there. You can kind of see next to that house. It goes back here quite a ways. And we're gonna try and find the creek. So I'll get her unloaded and we'll tear in and just see what we got. And enjoy. So before we couldn't walk in the woods at all. Now we can at least come in. We're making our way back. Kind of in a hard time. They want opened up, but they still want the woodsy feeling. So I'm trying to leave everything big. You can tell it's been here for a long time. There's a lot of dead. We got a ravine down here. We're gonna try and put all the brush along the edge of that. It's unusable ground anyways. Not much they can do in there. And they want to keep that buffer between the houses. But you can see, here's a pile and here's a pile I've made. I drove back here a little ways, but you can see it's thick. It's just thick brush. Made it all the way over here. Don't have a definite property edge yet, so trying to stay safe, leave a nice buffer. The house here, they've put a brush pile here and they have some stuff out here. Not sure if it's their property or not. I'm gonna stop here and let the two property owners figure that out, and if I need to go farther, that's fine, but their property. All right, good morning. Day number 2, we're heading to do the woods. Worked at the firehouse last night, so today we're getting a start and hopefully going to finish up the woods today. The pole barn, so far me and Heather built all of this. We've done all that with just the two of us. We did buy an old scissor lift. We had to use that because Heather wouldn't get up any higher than that. She made me hire out the metal on the roof, so the crew's going to come in and do that hopefully Monday, and then we're going to do everything else ourselves. But I'm going to head out to the woods and I'll do a video of that so you guys can see how far I've made it so far, and then I'll try and set up the camera and let you guys watch me remove some more of the woods. I'm at the point now where it's kind of hard to place the camera, so I might try putting it in the excavator and we'll see how that works. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, we're back. We're at the woods. Oh. The woods. So I'm actually going to hold the camera this way because the sun's behind me. So we'll walk out. I don't know. We're going to try and make it to the creek today and get it finished up. So you see all the brush still standing. The customer wants it to stay woods, but they want to be able to get around in it. And when I came out and got started, it was so thick we couldn't even walk through it. So you can see now it's opened up, but I've had to open it up quite a bit because it was all honeysuckle and some big bushes or vegetation. We've got lots of big trees still standing. We're putting all the brush off to the side. There's a good sized ravine over there. Made it nice. I could tuck a lot of the brush down in there. This side's another property. They want to keep kind of a natural fence. So I've stuck a little bit of brush over there. I've tried to put most of it on this other side because it can go down in a ravine. You can see here we're going downhill. They want to leave some, like this fallen tree here. They may leave some of these here just for, they want to keep it woods. They just want to be able to get around in it. So I'm trying to take out the big stuff. We'll get down here a little bit and I'll show you what we're dealing with. So this is actually in the middle of the woods. And you can see a lot of it is just big. It's all a higher canopy, I guess you would say. There's just enough you can't get through it. So the ground is pretty bare, but there's so much that's grown up and not been disturbed for so long you just can't walk through it. But there's a creek back there someplace. We're going to make a path that they can keep cleared out and open. So today I'm going to just head straight back to the creek, find it, and then I'll just work my way out to the edges, leave big stuff. And like I said, they want it to be woods, but they want to be able to get around in it. So I'm going to try and mount the GoPro in the excavator so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully it's not too bouncy, or I don't know where I would put it in the woods that you'll be able to see. So we'll start with that and we'll see what it turns out. All right, so we're gonna try this view. Hopefully you guys can hear okay. So we're gonna head back, and we're planning on having a path on this side of the property and go all the way down to the creek. So we'll head back here and get to the woods. I actually have the tripod sitting on the floor between my legs, and the GoPro on that seems to be working okay. Now they actually wanted me to leave more vegetation. They thought there would be more vegetation here, but there's just nothing underneath the big honeysuckle plant. So you can see it's very rough grade. That's more what they're looking for. They don't want me to disturb the woods anymore, and I have to. So it's purposely a mess, I guess you could say. Whoa, sorry. We'll get back here and get into the brush. We're just going to try and cut a path and see how far back to the creek I can get. It looks like it might be kind of low here. Not really for sure this is where I want the path to go, but we'll at least get back here and see where the woods is at. Or, sorry, where the creek's at. I've had a couple people say I need more commentary, so I'm going to try and talk you through as I go. I'm trying to get the tripod a little more stable here. See what, maybe raise it up some. There we go. Let's try that. So we'll get through here and then we'll come back and figure out where we're going to put the brush from this. Got a vine here that is still attached to a tree. Try and get it out of the way without pulling the old tree on top of me. So I used to paint cars for a living, and then I got on the fire department here in Lafayette, which is awesome. I love it. But before I got on the fire department, not knowing for sure if I would be able to get on or not, I had to keep moving forward in the automotive field. I got to where I was managing a body shop, and I loved it. I liked the challenge, the management side of it was fun. Trying to be successful at it. It was a good challenge, not physical, more just trying to pre-plan. Monopoly, I guess you could say. But anyways, the fire department called and gave me an opportunity to do that, and love that job. It's great. But on my days off, I needed something to do besides sit at home and drink beer and play video games. So I rented a little bit of both. An excavator when I bought my property. I took out about 80 pine trees. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not good at. We won't get into that part, but I've seen to be pretty good at operating. So I talked to a couple people and found a couple jobs that if I bought an excavator, I could do a little bit of work. Lined up a little bit of work that I could make a couple payments for the year if I bought an excavator, and decided I was going to buy an excavator and see how much work and how busy I could stay with it. So I bought this thing. It's just old enough that it's not all computerized, but it's new enough. It has a heater, air condition, low hours-ish for an older machine. It's 2002. And it's a 12, the book says 12,300 pounds. So it's kind of a midi. It's not crazy big, but it's not super small. So I can take down decent sized trees. I've removed several concrete driveways. The biggest thing I just did, which I think my wife just posted a video of, I dug a pond that was 150 feet by 200 feet. Now it's more of a retention pond for a farmer, and you'll have to check out that video. It was more of a celery bog. We believe it was a celery bog at one time. A college research came in and did a soil test to try and figure out what was going on there, and they said that they believe a dust storm, and I can't remember what state, but a different state other than Indiana, they believe a dust storm came through and deposited all of the dust on top of the celery bog. So when I got out there, it was pretty hard dirt on top, but it just was squishy. It was weird to describe, but you'll see in the video, I think she posted it. If not, I'll make sure it's up. It actually had 2 feet of hard, black, good dirt, because it was a horse pasture for a while. And underneath that 2 feet of black dirt, it ended up being about 2 inches of water. And underneath that was peat moss, we're guessing. It looked like finely chopped mulch, and it was dry. So we had 2 inches of water underneath 2 inches of dry, or 2 feet of dry dirt, and then as far as I could dig, I dug down about 12 feet in one spot, and it was dry, fine mulch is what it looked like. So we dug about 6-7 feet wide, dug it past 200 feet long, and as soon as I hit 2 feet down, the water just started pouring in. So I dug that whole thing, and it was water, standing water in the trench the whole way. Not the best digging a pond, but we got it all done. The guy that owned the property was pretty understanding. He knew it was not by choice that it was filling up with water yet. He was hoping it would fill up with water, just not while we were digging. So there's a video of it and some pictures, I'm sure. I've got some more that I need to upload to it. But it got all done. I was able to grade all the sides. It was actually, we started off in the middle of the 150 feet and went 200 feet back, and then came back and did it again and just kept making passes. And the pond actually was filling up as I went across the one way, and then we left that side and went to the other side and was able to dig and dry. But the pond was so wet, or I guess it wasn't wet, it was just soft. Anyways, I almost got the excavator stuck trying to grade the bottom of it. And it was dry. It was just that mulch was so soft. It was like digging in Jello with a hard crust. So my goal here is, the owner of the property wanted me to leave it woods, but get rid of honeysuckle. I know I keep saying that, but I cleared out the top pretty good. And I think I cleared out more than what they want. So I'm gonna try and leave more down here. They actually asked about the logs that I had pulled out. The neighbor said that he would come and cut them up for firewood instead of just sticking them in the ravine to rot away. And the owner of the property was okay with that, but also asked, would it be worth bringing them back into the woods and leaving them for ground cover. They're not wanting to mow this. They want it to be a natural. They want woods that they can come out and explore and play in. So I'm trying to have a different mindset and just take out the honeysuckle, because it's pretty much taken over the woods and killed off everything else. I'm going to try and leave as much as I can. It's not honeysuckle, that's not going to take over the woods. There's just not much out here but that. So I'm just trying to get the best of both worlds. Trying to get this branch off here. Oh, anyways, I was talking earlier, got off track. I used to paint cars for a living before I managed the body shop. And my whole family did as well. I bought this machine and I've used and abused it. And now it could use a touching up. So once my pole barn's done, my plan was to paint it. Just give it a quick repaint it orange. Then I come and start doing this job back in the woods. Makes me rethink, do I really want to repaint it? Or you can see how much brush, and right now the only thing I got to worry about is breaking lights and antennas off. I give it a nice fresh paint job, and going through the woods like this might be a little bit more difficult on me. Camera's in the way. I'm actually going to make a trail through here to the creek, because I know the customer wants to be able to get to the creek. And I'm trying, I got a nice log over here. I'm trying to make a trail through here that they can walk without taking away all of their natural woods. Then I'm going to FaceTime them. Whoa. And see if I can walk this trail for them. I'm not sure. I hate to clear out the woods and then they come and they've got a lot with a couple big trees on it. They keep saying they want the privacy and they want to be able to explore the woods, and so I'm trying to find a happy medium there. I'm going to move you guys for a minute. Sorry. I've got batteries strapped to the legs of the tripod. And the one battery keeps hitting the joysticks for the tracks. There we go. Sorry about that. Now I should be able to drive. November 6th, I believe, today. And it is supposed to get to 70 degrees here in West Lafayette. So it's going to be a beautiful, hot day. I think I'm close to the creek. Unfortunately, right now I'm not sure I'm going to pump out at the creek. There's a sandbar that has some stuff grown up on it, and there's like a runoff and then sandbar. I'm going to try and get to it and make a little spot, maybe leave the woods here for them to have thicker woods, but have a trail they can walk back here easily, and then clear out back here where the creek is at, that if they walk the trail they've got someplace to go hang out. Let's see. If it goes this way, I can take out one tree. video